This is ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
This is your first look at sports. I'm Jonathan Benson. The organizing committee for the 2013 Carifta Track and Field Championships hard at work every day preparing for the big event, which is set to take place Easter weekend inside the new Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium. Committee head Basil Christie provides us with an update.
We'll be meeting with all of our different technical committees. The electronic equipment is all here. We're testing it. The stadium crew is working with us to identify, where the information technology room is going to be, where the control room is going to be, where the press room is going to be, the computer is going to be set up. We're hooking everything up so that this meeting is going to be totally automated, just like London 2012.
Now, Christie also went on to give an update on the track at the new stadium, which is yet to be officially certified.
We've had a few meets here already. We're having a number of dry runs in the stadium, and the surface is about to be resurfaced and probably at the end of the week, and that's on schedule as well. We're excited about everything in terms of our preparation. Everything is going to be in place.
What is the feedback from the other countries coming in?
Excitement. The deadline for registration was the early part of the week, and so far, we'll be expecting registration from 26 countries. So far, 15 have registered. It isn't only the Bahamas away for the last minute. It's a Caribbean thing. But we're in touch with them. It's just a matter of getting the numbers in. We were looking at 500 athletes. We'll probably exceed that.
Well, the International Club bringing its 2013 Masters competition to the Bahamas this week at Super Clubs Breezes. The competition brings together veteran tennis players who have represented their countries at some point. It's a 5-match doubles and mixed doubles format for men 50 and over and ladies 40 and over. The teams play out of 2 different pools, with the winner to be crowned at the end of the week.
We have 8 teams in the competition this year, which is the maximum we will take and can really accommodate. There's 7 country teams: the USA, Canada, Austria, Belgium, Barbados, the Bahamas, of course. We're here competing, and we have an international team which is made up of people from various countries. Britain are the defending champs. They beat Austria in the final last year. The Bahamas very closely lost to them both. We finished 3rd place, having lost on 10-point tie breaks. It was very close. This time we've seeded the USA, who've got a strong team this time, and Austria. Britain isn't so strong this year. They lost one of their top players through illness early this week. I think the Bahamas has a good chance. We've got the same team back again, which is John Antonis, who you know from many Davis Cups, Daphne Mortier, many Davis Cups, myself in the old category, Neil McTaggart, and Marston Sue Kimball.
Now, this is not the first time the Bahamas has hosted the IC tournament, and it's not hard to see why we have become a repeat destination.
Put this event on 2 years ago. I was asked by the International Club, would we stage an event here, and I staged this one. Everybody said, will you do it again? They enjoyed it. I think the combination of good competition at tennis, nice camaraderie, and Bahamian weather and sun and the sea at this time of year very much appeals to a lot of the countries. They've only been playing indoor tennis. They come from Canada or Austria or somewhere, and it really is quite a showcase for the Bahamas as a tennis destination in the winter.
With referendum day fast approaching, undecided Bahamians will soon have to make a choice on which way they will vote. Tonight, our Julian Gibson speaks with a former high-ranking official who was very instrumental in securing a national lottery for his Caribbean nation.
Having served as a former director of the National Aruba Lottery, Andy Cruz is qualified to speak about what a yes vote can do for the Bahamas in the referendum.
After we paid the prices and paid the operations, most of the funding was going to sports and culture. So we were also a member of the WLA, that's the World Lottery Association, and everything the lottery does, the funding of the lottery needs to go back for good causes. And there are 5 good causes that the World Lottery does speak about it. That is culture, that is sports, that is health care, education, and some other big countries does build hospitals with this money.
In your country, how many persons you'll estimate get involved with the lottery system in your country?
In my country, let's say Aruba is a small island. 120,000 people we have there living. And we have a lot of people involved with us. We have a lot of retailers on the streets that's controlled by the government. It is not a private, it is controlled by the government. And I think we does help sports and culture a lot. For example, I think yearly, by that time in 2009, when I was by that time, we used to give back to sports approximately $8 million a year.
So you think the Bahamas right now be going to a referendum to decide whether to have a lottery or whether not to have a lottery? Do you believe a sports lottery and gambling could help the Bahamas?
I do believe that for sure. I will stimulate the Bahamas people to vote for this. This is for a good cause. You understand, if the government is controlling this, you can get access on the money instead of it is in private hands, you know. So I will give a positive advice to the Bahamas to vote for this. Lottery run by the government is very, very good, and it is popular around the world right now.
So what do you say to the church? The church people back in the Bahamas, they're going to be upset. What do you say to the church?
No, I don't want them to see to be upset. So I respect every church worldwide, but I think this is for a good cause. For the sports people, we will help the kids growing up. We have the money enough for that. If you don't do that, a private sector will do that. So why you don't do it and control it?
Reporting for ZNS Total Sports, I am Julian Gibson.
All right, thanks a lot, Julian. Now we were able to speak with President of the Bahamas Basketball Federation, Charlie Softly Rubens. He told us how an outcome could affect his plans moving forward with the referendum.
I'm in debt, almost $70,000. Anything what could bring me out of debt, I'd support. And if that's what's going to take to bring basketball out of debt so we can develop basketball throughout the family of islands, from Inagua straight to Bimini, then let's move with it.
Well, President of the Bahamas Softball Federation, Burkett Dorset, he's getting excited about the ECAS softball tournament set for next week in Freeport, Grand Bahama. Now, just prior to that tournament, there will be a clinic going on hosted by the Canadian Softball Federation. Now, this is just one of many upcoming clinics to be held, and Dorset talked about some of those other ones we can expect.
We've had a lot of discussion with coaches from the U.S., the USA, with reference to coming down to stage clinics and so forth, particularly for the young players, the young ladies. We've been in dialogue with a coach out of New York. That dialogue has been set up by, you might remember, a former Defense Force officer. I think we call him Big Al. He used to play first base for the Defense Force team. I think he has a daughter that plays in the Division I college in the USA. And I spoke to the coach of that college, and they plan to bring a cadre of coaches down sometime this summer to conduct clinic with a view of offering scholarships. That is being done in conjunction with, I'm told, in conjunction with ESPN and a major hotel here in the Bahamas. There's also a gentleman who was out here for the last 3 years on a sailing cruise. He planned to come again sometime in February, bring 3 or 4 I think it's 19 and under girls team down to do some coaching clinic as well as some exhibition games.
And that will do it for sports, but stay tuned, there's still more to come.
Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.